Yo, what is up, YouTube? It is your boy. I'm back. I've been gone for a couple of weeks, but it's been a lot going on with the job right now. We're in like the peak season of my job era, so you know, I'll try to upload when I can. Um, it's not like a lot I can do today. I had to call in personally today. I had a little family emergency I had to deal with, but everything's going good for me so far as in personal life. Well, mostly good for me so far as in personal life. You got a couple of these freaking SJWs. I don't mean to use that term sparingly like that, but I have to. So, all right, let's get into the subject of why I decided I was going to make this video today. So, today, Marvelous Video was talking about why are fans boycotting Hawkeye miniseries. Now, I haven't heard of any boycott, and I don't really particularly support cancellation of shows. I personally don't like this show as a comic book reader, and I'm not speaking for all comic book readers. I want to state that because I made some comments in this particular video's comment section because I like Marvelous Videos, like the channel by itself. So I thought this was definitely out of their wheelhouse for real. Like I've never seen them do a video like this, or maybe in this particular light before. Maybe they've always done videos like this, and I just never really paid attention to it before. But I was never a big proponent for there being a Hawkeye television show. I wasn't particularly a fan of Hawkeye. I did read some of his comic books as kids, as a kid, and they weren't bad. I actually liked this character in the comic book. I kind of liked this character in the movies as well. It's just there's just a lot of other heroes out there that I liked a little bit more. Iron Man would probably be my favorite in the Marvel universe as far, because I'm more of a DC comic book reader anyway. So like, Marvel wasn't. It's not like I didn't read their comic books whenever I got the opportunity, but I wouldn't actively search them out like I would DC, because always have been and always will be a Batman fan to the death. But yeah, I like Hawkeye. I mean, I felt like him, Hawkeye, Green Arrow, all the heroes with the bow and arrow. They definitely have their place in just the hero universe in general. I mean, hell, Peter Pan. I don't know. I don't know. It's not Peter Pan. Robin Hood. Robin Hood. I don't know why I said Peter Pan. I don't know. I'm thinking Robin Hood and Peter Pan are like in similar areas, and they're not really. Kind of, I guess. If I'm being particularly honest, I don't really kind of put them together in my head like that. So I don't know why I did that, but no, we will not be watching Marvelous Videos why fans are boycotting Hawkeye miniseries video. The only reason why is, one, I don't want to get copyright claim for Marvelous Videos. I don't think they would do that, but I just don't want to test that theory. And two, I feel like I hate taking away from channels' own growth, so I always say, if I don't have that many subscribers right now, but for those that I do have as subscribers, I would recommend you go out to their channel and watch this video and form your own opinions on it. And that was another thing. The comment section for all these Marvel movies seems very, very fucking toxic. Like, as soon as you say you don't like it, or as a comic book reader, you didn't like this adaptation, because they always want to talk about, well, it's about time Kate Bishop had her own show. Fuck off. You bitches didn't even know about Kate Bishop until fucking Hawkeye came out as a miniseries. So for all these niggas in the comment section, well, I was a comic book reader and you don't speak for me. Never said I did. I said I was speaking for myself. And for myself, Kate Bishop, I knew of her comic book, but I never read it because I had Clint Barton. And to be particularly honest, in the comic books, when the torch was passed off, man, I don't want to get into specifics. Maybe I will. I'll do another video where I get into the specifics of it, because a lot of people like pulling this argument out their ass. You don't want to get into the specifics of it because you don't know the specifics of it. And it's like, motherfucker, I do. But this video has already been like fucking 5 minutes, and I don't really want to spend too much time talking about Disney Marvel, because that's what it is. It's not Marvel, it's Disney Marvel. And it shouldn't even have Marvel attached to the name, in my opinion. This is all Disney. You know what I mean? A lot of people are like, well, yeah, it's Kate Bishop. It's funny how it's Kate Bishop time. It's Kate Bishop's time now, right around the time that it's no longer 007's time. It's no longer Doctor Who's time. Because I agree with Gary. I don't consider these last 2 seasons of these last 2 seasons of Doctor Who were the first 2 seasons of Dr. Karen. So that's my thought process on it. Doctor Who died with Peter Capaldi, and I'm kind of sad I got into the series when I did, because I got into it during Peter Capaldi's era, but I didn't start with Peter Capaldi, if that were to be to say. I started watching Nerdrotic's videos in Peter Capaldi's era before he handed off the torch, and that's when I started collecting Christopher Eccleston's, David Tennant's, Matt Smith's era of Doctor Who, and I fell in love, like they said. I kind of fell in love with Christopher Eccleston's, even though his graphics were kind of like off for his, and in a way that kind of drew my curiosity originally, because I think Neurotic said something about that in one of his videos, about the graphics weren't that great, but the story was good, and I'm always a huge lover of a good storytelling, so when he said the story was good, I was like, the graphics might be a sacrifice, but the story will make up for it, and it did. It did. I loved Christopher Eccleston's run. It kind of really introduced me, because I didn't really want to go past Christopher Eccleston's run, because I do have a certain standard of there's just so low in graphics I can go as a millennial. I'm sorry, it really is, and a lot of people might not like hearing me say that, but that, for me, like I said, I don't state facts, I state my opinion. So I want that to be known. But yeah, there's just so low I can go on graphics. So I started with Christopher Eccleston's run, and then I just moved along from there and just kept going. And then I was thinking after Peter Capaldi, who's going to be the Doctor? And then they said it was going to be Jodie Whittaker, and I thought that was a dude at first, to be particularly honest. I just never heard of a dude named Jodie, and then I went to Google and looked up a picture of this cat. Who's this cat, Jodie Whittaker? Then I seen it was a blonde-haired female who's, I can't even pronounce where she's from, but no disrespect to her country or her village or where she's from. I just can't pronounce it personally. But yeah, and I don't know, man. I'm done at this point. I've reached that point of apathy to where I'll happily troll these guys that fucking love these shows, because they have no taste, in my opinion. Not fact, in my opinion, they have no taste. They'll happily gobble up whatever Marvel and Disney, whatever these major corporations shell out, they'll eat up. And like I said in the comments, and you can go in the comments and look at all my comments, and they'll say I'm crying because I said that the next Avengers is going to be all female, and that's where it's heading. And then somebody put in the comments, what about Moon Knight? What about Spider-Boy? And these other characters? And I'm like, if Spider-Man ain't Tobey Maguire, I don't really give a shit. It's not like I hate Tom Holland's Spider-Man, but his Spider-Man has a cap. Every Spider-Man has a cap as to how many people just one Spider-Man he's gonna draw. And Tom Holland's Spider-Man, I feel hit his cap, which is why in the new movie I think they're gonna have all 3 Spider-Mans, so that they can push all those caps together and get the best grouping for the fans that they could possibly hope for. I don't know. All I know is that this next Avengers film is going to be mostly females, and the dudes that are going to be in it are definitely not going to be masculine. Moon Knight. Come on now, dude. I guess you haven't heard of Moon Knight. Shut the fuck up for that dude in the comments, bro. He was never, bro. They were never. Nobody was ever talking about Moon Knight, except for in the major nerd circles. In the major nerd circles, you would hear that name, but you don't get until he had his own. I don't even know if it's a show or fucking movie, but until he had his own fucking show or fucking movie, none of y'all were bringing this nigga up in arguments before. Now you want to bring him up now because, oh, he's a male lead character. I bet you when we do see his movie or show, he's going to be Shang-Chi. He's going to be another main character, they say. Then when you see the movie, it's going to be the female who's the main character, and he just happens to be a part of her story. And they're going to introduce, oh, dude, I'm kind of guessing this right now, but now that I'm saying this thought out loud, I kind of feel like this is the route they would take, is that the female is going to be another hero that is lesser known, that they're going to bring to the forefront, a lot like Moon Knight. So then, if they're going to go that route, they're going to be introducing like essentially two new heroes, even though Moon Knight's been there for God knows how long. Now all y'all want to pull him out because Disney and Marvel decided they were finally going to fucking pull him out. Man, miss me with all this bullshit. But you know, we're going on to a 13-minute video here, and I wasn't planning on talking about it this long, but I just thought I'd get my video out before you see a lot of these detractors that try to badmouth me or besmirch me in the comments. Before they get their talking points out, I just wanted people to understand where I was coming from with this whole topic of conversation. Now, do I want to see Hawkeye get boycotted or whatnot? No. To be honest, I really like Jeremy Renner as an actor, and I hope that they would send him off on a good note. You know what I mean? Because one of them actually did come out with a very valid argument that I will respect, which was they said Jeremy Renner says he doesn't want to play Hawkeye for like forever. And that I can understand. And to that, my easy response would be, when he feels like he is ready, recast him with another man. You know what I mean? He doesn't have to be Hawkeye. He doesn't even have to be known as Hawkeye, but he could play essentially the same role. But like I said, I don't state facts. I state opinions. This has been your boy Q-Dog. I'm happy to be back on YouTube after so long gone. I'm going to have another video out coming out later on today about how Twitter is banning memes without permission of those, without getting permission from those people who you are memeing. You can't make a meme of them basically on Twitter. So, well, I'll talk about more of that later on in the video. Unlike these motherfuckers in the comment section for Hawkeye and the Marvelous Videos section, I like to do my research before I just go bumping off the mouth. And I don't just suck every fucking corporation's dick like these fucking guys do in this fucking comment section, bro. But, like I said, like, share, subscribe. Be sure to leave comment sections down below. Even if you're trolling me, I love it all the same because, you know, some trolls actually have legit points to make. Even in this comment section here, I've actually learned some things about characters that I would rather not know. But hey, I always look at it as if I find out a fact that I don't like, it is what it is. You can't change a fact. Facts don't care about my feelings. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about feelings in general. So y'all need to tough titty that shit up and move on with your life. But like I said, I want to end on that note. You know, much love to everybody out there that shows me love. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and to comment down below. How's your week going? How's life treating you? And you know, just hang in there. Keep the fight going strong. This has been your boy Q. I'm out.